Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at a new poncho from 2GoSystems. The B.O.B poncho, which stands for Breathable Outdoor Basics. This thing surprised the heck out of me, and I'm going to roll some footage in a bit and show you how I went out and tested this thing to the maximum. We had a heck of a storm come through here, and I went and put this on and I wore it out in the downpour because I wanted to see just how much it really was waterproof, because I had a hard time believing that it could be as breathable as it said it was and yet remain waterproof in an absolute downpour. So you'll see in the footage how it held up in that. So let's give some stats on this. All the seams are taped and sealed on this. It's 64 by 45 in the poncho form, but it's got snaps all the way down the side that unsnap, and it lays out as a tarp. And in the tarp form, it's 64 by 90, so it's quite the substantial tarp that can be used as a shelter as well. And you know, I know all of you as well as myself love a multi-purpose piece of kit in our pack. So that's a great feature for this item. When it's packaged up like this, it's 20 inches by 13.9 inches. It weighs only 11.1 ounces. Super lightweight. So multi-purpose piece of kit, super lightweight. To me, it already starts out with a lot of great points. But how does it function? Stay tuned and we'll roll the footage and find out. So the first part of testing this poncho out is how well does it hold up in heavy rains. And right now, it is pouring down rain. One thing, this thing is huge, and I'll give you all the specs on this after the fact. Look at how big it is. This is going to be used as a shelter as well, and we'll get into that in the next segment. It's a very breathable tie back. There are snaps all down the sides. You can see here the snaps all down the sides. And there's grommets on all four corners. It's got a nice zipper up here on the collar and Velcro over it. You can draw your My Fat Face right in there to keep all the moisture out. Toggles, nice toggles on the ends. Now, I don't know how well the rain is showing up, but it is absolutely pouring. And this thing is soaking wet. I can't pan the camera down, but it goes all the way down to my ankles, and I'm 5'7½". So this is a very large poncho. Now, the reason I left it out full size is so you could see that this is going to fit anybody with a large size pack on. On the back, there are four Velcro tabs that you can fold it in and Velcro over to take up all the gap, so this isn't so big. I'll show you them. So you can gather up all that excess sizing and make it smaller and easier, you know, for walking. But this can be laid out and used as a shelter. There are snaps on the side, so you can take two of them and snap them together to make an improvised shelter. This all folds up really nice and comes in a nice stuff sack. I'll show you all of that, but what I wanted to do is actually demonstrate it in a pouring rain. And I'm telling you, I am bone dry underneath. I've been standing out here now for 15 minutes. And I'm bone dry on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the next part of the video tomorrow when it's not raining anymore, so I can show you all the other things and uses for this. But thundering and lightning pretty bad. So I'm going to get back inside. Okay, so the storm's passed and the sun came out, but I wanted to show you the different way that you can use this poncho. Look how big it is set up on a ridge line. Obviously, it would make one heck of a shelter, so I'm going to go ahead and set it up as a shelter and show you how you can utilize it that way. I strung a ridge line between the two trees, and I want to bring you in closer to show you some of the things I like and I don't like about how to use it as a shelter. Down here on all four corners there are grommets, you know, so you can put your paracord or bank line or what have you through there to tie it down with stakes or whatever, but they're so small. Now they're just big enough that you can run your paracord through them. It fits, but if you melt the end of your paracord, you know, like we all do, it just fits in there. And to me, if they were a little bigger, that would be better. Also, I also wanted to show you when it was pouring down rain and I had this on, and I talked about the Velcro patches on the back. I wanted to show you those up close. These are really nice. It allows you to gather up the material, and they're on only the lower part. Oh, the wind is blowing now. They're on the lower part of the poncho to gather it in on your body part, but not on the upper part, because when you have a big pack on, it still allows the open, wide part of the poncho to be open on the top, so it still covers the pack, but to group it up on the bottom part around your body so you don't have the wind and the cold or whatever and the rain blowing up inside, you know, for a better fit, but allows the wider, bigger part on top for your pack. I think that's a great feature. Now I just loop that around there and then around the line. I know it's different than how you guys do it. This is how I do it. I secure it to the line. Then around just the line. And then tight around the acorn. There, that secures it to the line and the acorn. There, I did that on both sides. Now holds it tight. Hope you guys can see that. And I did that on the other end as well. And when you're making your shelter with this, what you do is you cinch the hood shut as tight as you can, and then they have a Velcro patch on the hood and right here, and you just seal that down. So I wanted to bring you in close and show you that as well. And then if you don't want it to slide and move, of course you can do the press-it knot. And put that on there. See how it won't move. So that's the press-it knot to stop your tarp from sliding once you get it on there. I really gotta hurry. It's just black off to the left. And then you just stake down your corners and you're all set. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll bring you back. Well, there you go, guys. You can see it makes quite the large shelter. I set it up like that because I'm running out of time. And my other stakes are in my truck. So I just wanted to give you an example of the size of the shelter this thing makes. This is the poncho. I will be doing a follow-up video on this because I have two of these ponchos, and if you see, let me zoom in here. You can see the snaps all down the edge. You can snap two of them together and make a much bigger combined shelter. And so that'll be a second video, and I'll show you guys that. These are 2GoSystems new ponchos, and go over to GoSystems.com and check them out. They are amazing. They're really great, super lightweight, breathable, waterproof, and man, I'm telling you what, when you can make a shelter like that out of them, multi-purpose item, isn't that what we're all looking for? Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.